What's going on, Sip Sip? How y'all doing today? I just watched the show. I just watched this couples court, with the two judges that are married. But I just watched this couples court show, and what really pissed me off. Hey, thank y'all for coming back to Sip Smoke and Shit. But what really pissed me off about this show, and it seems to be an occurrence that happens more than we want to talk about, right? The couple was coming there, the female, the wife brought the husband there and claiming that he was cheating. And the guy was like, no, I wasn't cheating, but I have been communicating with females via Facebook, right? Females that I know and woo. And so the judge was asking the man, why are you communicating, the female judge now, was asking him, why are you communicating with these females? And he said, because when I come home, and I want to talk about my day, my wife is always on her phone. Always on her phone talking, and she never wants to talk or give me, talk to me. So basically what he was saying is that his wife wasn't giving him any of her energy when he comes home. He may want to talk about his day. Mind you, she's supposed to be his peace, right? At the end of the day, because we don't know what he does. He didn't say what he did for a living, but if he's an African American man, I'm sure he has a lot of stuff that he deals with throughout the day. And so his thing was, when I come home and I want to communicate with my wife, she's not available. So I communicate with these women because they can understand, and they give me, a sounding board, somewhere to talk to, some understanding. And so the wife was saying, well, I'm not always on my phone. I give him everything I got. You understand what I'm saying? That was her perception. But what the man was saying is, see, this is where we get this thing from, where women get delusional. Or we get delusional. Not saying that men don't get delusional. We're just talking about this particular case and my premise. So this is Sip, Smoke, and Share. This is my goddamn opinion, right? So when I say women get delusional, it's like this woman was delusional because she was telling the judge, well, I give this man everything I got. I'm there for him. I take care of him. Well, apparently you're not taking care of him like he wants to be taken care of, sweetheart. Because apparently when this man out of his mouth says that he comes home and he wants to talk, his wife is unavailable. Why? Because she's on a goddamn phone. So they continued to go on, and he said, and the female judge said, well, is this a sexual thing? And he was like, yes and no. This was the man saying yes and no to the question of, is this a sexual thing? And he said yes and no, and the woman said, well, why is it a sexual thing? And he said, well, sometimes when I want to do it, that, she always tell me that's all I want to do. And so I tell him no. So my question is that why do women think that, or why do women think that you can just dictate when a man, if you're supposed to be my wife and you say you're giving me everything, this is what I want when I want it. And she would say, well, I and her thing was, well, I just, sometimes I don't want to do it, or he wanted too much, or you understand what I'm saying? Well, why get mad because he talking to other women? If you don't want to, why get mad? Because, and the thing is apparently they broke up for a couple of months, and she put on her Facebook, single, ready to mingle. And he said he never changed his Facebook status, but he did have relations with a woman while they were broken up. And so he continued to talk to this woman because his wife, remember now, wasn't emotionally available because she was always on her cell phone. So the judge was saying, well, why, you already know about this, what's the problem? So my question is, why do women think they can hold from men and just issue it out when they want to? You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm sure when this man was single, he can get whenever he wanted it. So why you want me to get with you and then get mad when another woman wants to show me some attention? That's my question to women. Is that why do y'all issue this shit out like it's a prize or something I should be thankful? Nah, bitch, I didn't need you. I was getting all of this before I met you. Or the reason, you know, understand what I'm saying? Is that this was plentiful and I can get it whenever I wanted it and I was happy. Now I done got with you because you make me happy, but then you withhold the one thing that makes me happy. That's where the delusion comes in at. And that's why I say some women are delusional. I don't know. Yeah, this woman sounds delusional to me. I'm just bringing it up because I know it happens. You understand what I'm saying? It's happened to me a time or two when I was married. You understand? But I just want to know. Men, say something. Men, let's, you know, a lot of women talk about these comments. The men just typically be quiet. But I know y'all going through it. I know some of you brothers out there feeling the pain. You out there playing with yourself and doing all this here nonsense. Man, speak up. You a man, speak up. Don't let this woman hold you hostage, bruh. Speak up. Yeah, speak up. Or if you a woman that feel like you want to, you know, hold it hostage. I got a joke for y'all. Well, I ain't going to tell that joke. But yeah, I'll tell this joke. So my coworker, one of the guys, one of my assistant superintendents, Catfish, he told me a joke. He said last night I was going to tell my wife I was going to call the cops. And I was like, what? And his wife was like, what? He said, yeah, I'm going to call the cops. And she was like, why would you call the cops? And he said, because you over here holding the kitty hostage. Ha! Yeah, she over there holding the kitty cat hostage. So, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. You see that little shape right there? Hit that thing down. It's typically in the right-hand corner. But right-hand corner, well, yeah, it'll be in the right-hand corner. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. But this is Sip, Smoke, and Shit. You know, I got a bunch of crazy thoughts in my head. Stop holding the kitty hostage, Sip, Sip.